Wall Street usually wakes up fast, but on this one particular day, it woke up terrified. Before anyone had even finished their morning coffee, billions of dollars had just vanished. Poof! Gone. This wasn't just a market dip. This felt different. It felt like a global alarm bell, ringing all at once, everywhere. Traders on the floor froze, staring at their screens. Analysts were scrambling, phones glued to their ears, trying to make sense of the chaos. And investors, from huge hedge funds to regular folks at home, watched in disbelief as nearly every single major tech stock turned a deep blood red. For months, maybe even a year, the tech world had been acting like it was completely invincible. AI was the new gold rush. It seemed like any company that even whispered the word intelligence in its pitch deck saw its stock price soar. Silicon Valley, and by extension, the entire global market, had convinced itself that the only direction was up. And let's be honest, we all got a little too comfortable with that idea. Until one man decided to poke the bubble. His name is Michael Burry, and yes, I mean *, Michael Burry, the guy who famously predicted the 2008 housing crash, a move so legendary they made a movie about him. When this man speaks, or more accurately, when he moves his money, the entire financial world stops and listens, even if it's the last thing they want to hear. This time he made one single move that sent a shockwave across the globe. He placed a massive, audacious bet against AI stocks. It was a clear signal, a declaration that he believed the hype had grown far bigger than the reality. In a matter of hours, that seed of doubt spread like wildfire. NVIDIA, the undisputed king of AI chips, slipped. Palantir, the data analytics powerhouse, tanked. Reddit, a recent IPO darling, felt the burn. Even the titans, Amazon and the major Asian tech giants, felt the hit. SoftBank, the Japanese investment giant with huge stakes in tech, reportedly lost billions in value just like that. By the time the closing bell rang, over $730 billion had been wiped off the map. It was one of those rare collective moments when the world seemed to take a deep breath and realize, okay, maybe the party just got a little too loud. But here's what makes this story so incredibly fascinating. And it's not just about the money. AI isn't a scam. These companies aren't just empty shells with flashy websites. We're talking about real, powerful businesses. Just before this, Amazon had announced one of the biggest AI investment deals in its history. NVIDIA had reached a market valuation that no chip company had ever even dreamed of touching before. Palantir was reporting explosive, record-breaking revenue growth. These are not the flimsy, profitless startups of the dot-com crash in the early 2000s. These are real businesses, with real products and in many cases real, substantial profits. So why the panic? Why the sudden sharp collapse? Because markets don't react to facts first. They react to feelings. And on this day, the overwhelming feeling was pure fear. Investors finally took a hard look at the enormous gap between the sky-high valuations and the actual, on-the-ground earnings. They started to wonder if the AI race had become too fast, too crowded, and way too optimistic. It felt like a closed loop. Billions of dollars were just circulating within the same handful of AI companies, with big players investing in each other, creating a self-feeding hype machine. The atmosphere was intoxicating, but it also felt unstable, like walking on thin ice. It felt like one crack could make the whole floor give way. Michael Burry didn't cause this crash all by himself. He wasn't some market puppet master. What he did was light the match that exposed just how dry the kindling had become. His warning shot wasn't just questioning the value of AI stocks. It was questioning the very mindset of the entire market. It was a wake-up call to the blind faith that had taken over. And that's the real message here, the big takeaway from this entire episode. The AI revolution isn't ending. Far from it. Innovation isn't slowing down. But what is ending, or at least taking a long overdue pause, is the blind belief that any tech stock will rise forever just because it has AI attached to its name. On this day, the world was reminded of a fundamental truth. Markets are still human. They are driven by emotion, by uncertainty, and sometimes by a little too much confidence. The computers and algorithms might execute the trades, but the decisions are still powered by hope and fear. This was the day fear won. If you enjoy stories like this, the ones that cut through the noise, and explain the powerful forces that are really moving our world, then make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. The future is happening incredibly fast, and you don't want to miss what comes next. Thanks for watching.